for Kumar once again, and that's pushed defensively out on the onside. At some point during their rise, they've all had a hard man, haven't they? They've had someone who's prepared to actually stand up and, you know, give it back, whether it was verbal or cricketing.
Yes, front up to the opposition and say, come on, pal, you're not going to walk all over us. And I think Iqbal does it for them with the bat. He's a pretty, you know, prickly, shall we say, character. He wants to get in a fight with the opposition, which is great.
Here's Kumar once again, and straighter, turned away for the first run out on the onside, through square leg, behind square leg. They go through for a single. There's been a few. Who would you? I mean, I remember Sri Lanka turned a big corner. I mean, they always had Ajinkya.
Absolutely.
One here.
He walked the side off, didn't he, when there was the issues with Morley in Australia and whatever. He just walked the team off. I mean, that's an amazing thing.
Daryl Hare no-balled him.
Abandoned game where New Zealand were going to win.
Somebody who does that for his team. So come on, I'd run through a brick wall.
They've gone against the grain here, India.
Yeah,
and I think he, like England, they like to chase.
He had a very good line.
This pitch will be well prepared. It's a fresh
verbal
pitch.
Line.
Expected to be good throughout the day.
He had a few good lines at the local takeaway as well. Looking at
a couple of things when you walked into the pitch, you got the feel of the pitch under your spikes.
Right.
First time the ball hits the bat.
Sarkar is the other left-handed opener. He's on strike. He's surveying the field. As Bhuvneshwar Kumar once again runs away from us, and there are two slips waiting. That's outside the off stump. But a little bit of wobble, I think, there. Just a bit of shape away from the left-hander. It's left alone by Sarkar.
I think that's sort of. It's still bizarre to say we're in June, but it feels still a bit early season conditions here in England, where we're not going to see too much swing, but the ball just doesn't seem to go straight up and straight down. There's just something that keeps the batters honest. But it does look a very good surface here. It's a good edge-basting surface.
Here's inside edge, dragged it on, full and wide and tempting. Sarkar threw himself at that, couldn't resist the temptation, and he's got an inside edge and he's dragged it back from a foot outside off stump and smashed into the middle and leg.
Rattled.
Yeah, I mean, just said that there wasn't too much movement out there, but I think this one's just nip back, a little bit of nip back, a little bit of swing. He's thrown his hands at it, trying to drill it through extra cover. Very sort of modern day, one-day shot. Unfortunately, a big inside edge that cannoned into the stumps and smattered them all over the floor. Great start for India, tough start for Bangladesh, but the intent was good, just execution unfortunate there for Sarkar.
এমনকি প্রথম হলিউড ছবিতেও ধরে রেখেছে নিজের ঐতিহ্য, তাই আমার পছন্দ শুধু লাক্স। জেসমিনের চিরচেনা সৌরভে আধুনিকতার ছোঁয়া, জাদায় ফুলের মতো কোমল আর সুরক্ষিত ত্বক।
Quickly and skidded into those stumps and smashed them out of the ground. It's a nice piece of ball, and I mean we talk about Kumar all the time and what a very good opening bowler is in any condition. He just holds his length so well, and that's probably what did for Sarkar more than anything there. It wasn't quite as full as he thought. He was looking to hit the ball on the up, take the aggressive approach, the modern day approach, and take the game to India. And because it was a good length, that little bit of shape that we saw actually was his undoing.
দেশের যে কোনো প্রান্ত থেকে জিপি অনলাইন শপ এবং দেশ জুড়ে 5000-এর বেশি জিপি এক্সপ্রেস থেকে কিনুন অরিজিনাল স্মার্টফোন গ্রামীণ ফোন।
No, I think it was there to hit, if I'm honest. He's just a little bit unlucky that we did see that bit of shape, and actually what he did was he tried to take the ball early rather than hitting it underneath his eyes. So taking it early means if you get it wrong at all, you drag it on or nick it to the slips. Unfortunately, he dragged it on.
Bumrah is Bumrah is sharing the new ball. He's got his own new ball. It's one each, and that one has been missed by Rohit Sharma down on the fine leg boundary. No, that's Bhuvneshwar Kumar, sorry. He's not very convincing attempt to dive. It was more like he was laying down rather than diving. He didn't want to get anything dirty, he didn't want to get any grass stains on his blue flannels. Wasn't a very convincing effort. It's 4 runs.
It's certainly not the norm in modern day cricket. It doesn't matter whether you bowl fast spin or a batsman, you're expected to get down and dirty nowadays.
Around the wicket now, changing it up, 2 slips.
Wasn't good at all. Here's Bumrah once again, turned away nicely off his pads by Tamim down towards prime leg, and it's a much better effort, a less challenging one for Bhuvneshwar Kumar.
Yeah, it's an interesting one.
There's lots and lots
just
of
from
people
mine watching
still
since we've reached the
outside the
knockout
ground
phases of this competition.
at the moment, waiting
Teams batting
patiently
first
to get
have
in.
struggled to
And
take initiative.
maybe
It's
not
almost
so
like the pressure
patiently
put
now
on
that
them
the
to make
game's
the
actually
play. What is a
started.
good total?
Yeah, security was very high out there, wasn't it, coming in? Which is a positive, don't get me wrong, but
Australia against
there'll be
England
people
initially, South
outside
Africa,
desperate
India,
to get in here and see the game.
Yesterday's semi-final.
I think
really taking the initiative,
not giving themselves the extra time that they need
to chase today.
heighten security measures. They need to get into the habit of
sitting a
getting
total,
here early and not leaving it to the last.
It's been interesting to
Last
watch.
half an hour. Now Shabir is the new man, the right-hander, piercing green eyes.
Nicely played.
Driven away through the offside for 4. What a shot! He's a remarkable talent, this man, Shabir Rahman.
His opening shot.
And it's not actually dissimilar to the ball that Shami tried to drive with. It's full and wide, tempting, bang.
Very similar, but if there was any movement here from the bowler, it was going on his outside edge of the bat, so with him throwing his hands at the ball, it's actually going with that tiny bit of shape, if there is any. It's pretty straight up and down. It's a decent length, but he's just hit his hands through it. It's a wonderful shot. Good intent, great intent. Oh, great intent. Brilliant. Particularly when they've just lost a wicket to do that. Brilliant.
Here is Bumrah once again. It's gone past the inside edge, and there's all sorts of premature celebrations from the Indians, but Jasprit Bumrah, the bowler, has his arms in the air, and MS Dhoni was momentarily excited. It's bounced over the top of the stumps.
Yeah, what a ball to come back after being driven for 4. He's nipped this one back. Because he's a little bit angling in anyway, Bumrah, that's just gone with the seam and nipped even further. But I reckon it's bounced over middle stump. Wonderful bit of bowling. Batting wise, just a little bit circumspect there. Could have been a bit tighter in defence.
Not very far over the top of the stumps either. Bumrah in again, flashing drive, top edge down to Bhuvneshwar Kumar at third man. That was a definite edge. 2 slips in place. It went through maybe a third or a fourth slip. And Shabir Rahman, he is fearless. That's a quality that he's known for, and it's one of the most expensive players in the Bangladesh Premier League. T20 skills, he is a real good quality ball striker. Tamim back on strike now. He's on 6. Plays inside the line here. There's some oohs and ahs from the crowd, from the Indian supporters in the crowd, who once again will be in the majority. That one past the outside edge. Tamim 6, Shabir Rahman 5. Bangladesh losing the toss, and unsurprisingly, India choosing to bowl under these leaden grey skies. Bangladesh 11 for 1.
Yeah, I think if we were questioning how Bangladesh would approach the innings, pretty much question answered. They're going to be positive. They're going to come at the bowling. They're going to try and put the bowling under pressure. Try and expose India in this power play with the extra spinner. Do they have the seam options to get through this with minimal damage? It's the modern way. Take the bull by the horns and go for it. And we've already seen a couple of classy shots and a couple of risky shots as well.
Are you surprised that India played the 2 spinners, given the weather, the overhead conditions, and a new pitch? I mean, what about Umesh Yadav and Mohammed Shami?
I mean, they just have that luxury at the minute, don't they? They've got a wonderful squad. I mean, it was only a couple of games ago we were saying we can't believe that a guy like Ashwin's not playing.
And now he is playing, so I'm saying I can't believe he is playing.
Absolutely.
Here's Bhuvneshwar Kumar in once again, and Shami Striker pushes that one out.
I think the one thing we know about Edgbaston is it's generally just a very good wicket. There's a little bit of something for everybody. Spinners do get value here. Whether it be international cricket or first-class cricket here, the pitches are very good. So having variety in your attack is a positive here. That's a definite with the surface. So I think they'll be fine with what they've gone in with.
Here's Bhuvneshwar Kumar in a little bit of in-swing to Shabir Rahman, and it's played away defensively onto the offside. Am I imagining things, or is there just a little bit of drizzle in the air once again? I keep looking at the sight screen at the far end, the black sight screen. It just seems, maybe I'm imagining it. I hope I am. Anyway, there's clear skies heading our way, although it's very, very dark grey overhead at the moment.
It's almost right above us at the minute, isn't it? In the distance, it looks lifted and a bit brighter.
Here's Bhuvneshwar Kumar again, 2 slips in place. Oh, down the wicket comes Rahman, and he smashed it over the top of mid-off for 4.
What a great shot. Great intent again from Shabir. He skipped down the wicket, into out over sort of a wide long off. That is actually very good batting, because one thing we do know about brother Kumar is that he holds his length. You know where he's going to bowl it, you know what sort of length it's going to be. He skipped down the wicket to make it a fraction fuller, to get it up and over the infield. Calculated risk, but a very good risk.
Terrifically well played. Marvellous execution. Knew exactly what that was the point. He was clear with his plan. Execution followed. Here's Kumar once again. A big in-swinger, and Rahman drives. He gets an inside edge, and it's down towards long leg. They go through for 2. That's very well run. Rahman knew from the moment that one left the inside edge that he wanted to come back for a second, and has done so.
Great running and awareness there. The one thing that we've noticed from India, the throws come in from fine leg to the bowler's end. Kohli was at the stumps, nobody backing it up. If that goes past Kohli, it's gone for 4. And Kohli would have noticed that. He'll be telling somebody off somewhere. He hates that sort of stuff. He wants his team to be athletic and very good in the field.
Here's Kumar once again running away from us towards Rahman, and that maybe bounced a bit high. Hits him on the pad. He was looking to work it on the leg side. No appeal as such. There was some noise. Virat Kohli's talking about making noise. Gosh, he is very animated, isn't he?
Frenetic, isn't he? I love it when he feels sometimes that he's got to impose himself on the game, and with him not being a bowler, he's got to do it somehow. I think it's great to watch him. I think it's brilliant.
He's really animated. He looks, we can't hear what he's saying, probably couldn't understand it, but he looks like he's berating somebody. In-swinger, driven away by Rahman once again through the offside, and it's going to go all the way to the rope. Beautiful, beautiful shot. Twice now he's cover-driven on the up. I mean, you know, it looks, because of the way he's playing the shot, you would think it's over pitch, but I don't think it was.
No, I think it was a fraction fuller than the previous ball that hit him sort of above the knee roll. It looks to me as though Bhuvneshwar Kumar's looking to bring the ball back into him to try and cramp him so he can't throw his hands out, hopefully getting a wicket like he did with Shabir, trying to Sarkar, and drag it on. But he's playing it beautifully. He's getting his body weight into the shot, he's hitting it underneath his eyes, and he's hit that beautifully through sort of a square cover.
Rahman, I mentioned when he came out to bat, his piercing green eyes, they are really intense, and when you get up close and you feel as if he's looking at you with laser beams. I mean, I could imagine a few bowlers would be slightly unnerved by that. But Jasprit Bumrah in once again outside the off stump. Tamim forward, beaten outside the off stump. Did that one nip away?
I think because he's bowling round the wicket now, I think the natural angle you would expect it to be coming into the stumps a little bit more. So I think it's just held its line. So in effect it has nipped, because it should really be carrying on into the stumps, but it's just held its line. That's his great skill. He can just change his wrist position.
2 slips for him as well. Just put Bumrah in down the leg side, and be a leg by as Tamim looks to glance and hits him on the top of the pad, trickles down towards fine leg. 22 for 1. Have you met Rahman? Have you
been
up
yes.
close?
He slogged me a couple of times in Bangladesh this winter. I think I got him out actually.
And what did you think
I'm
of his eyes?
I'm glad you brought that up. I think I got him out. I'm not sure.
You remember his eyes?
He's got that sort of he looks at you as if he wants to engage with you, and probably not in a polite way. He's wanting to sort of get on top of you and well, like his batting today, he's trying to impose himself, and his eyes sort of give that extra feeling
of a little bit of edge
coming to get you. Yeah, absolutely.
Rahman 15 off 9 balls, 3 boundaries. Here's Bumrah to Rahman, plays defensively and pushing gently up towards mid-on. The bowler intercepts and does the fielding. Fearless character, and I mean he must be. Every now and then we can see him sort of taking a deep breath and puffing a bit, but he he must be nervous, and this is the biggest occasion in his country's cricketing life, but he doesn't look it.
I don't think there'll be a man on the field that isn't nervous because of the enormity of the game.
Here is Bumrah once again, and played defensively by Rahane out towards cover. But 22 for 1.
The skill is not to fear being nervous, it's how you then hone it and allow your skills to take over. Because actually you've got heightened arousals, you're feeling everything just that tiny bit more, and you look at somebody like a Dhoni and he just has that ability to go, okay, I'm back in the room, and you just see him just relax and go about his natural business.
Here is Bumrah. Down the wicket comes Rahman once again. He's gone over the top of mid-off. He's going to pick up a fourth boundary. Not as convincing as the last time he charged down the wicket. But who cares?
But again, wonderful intent. He's running at the bowler. He's running slightly offside of him just to get it up and over the offside field. As you say, not quite as convincing. A little bit off balance. Not quite got the solid base that he would want to hit from, but still the end result is very good and very productive, and actually putting India on the back foot. They're trying to get India to make a bowling change in this first 10. I would suggest
26 for 1. Here is Jasprit Bumrah once again, and played defensively by Rahman, pushes it out towards extra cover. I wonder if South Africa's openers are watching this game and just seeing, that there are only 2 men on the boundary. Hashim Amla and Quinton de Kock strolled their way to 35 in the 10 overs, the first 10 over power play, and they actually had the second lowest score, South Africa, in the first 10 overs, behind Bangladesh, but that was because Bangladesh had a couple of games when they were 30 for 4.
Yeah, it's just that curious mix of getting it right now, isn't it? Because Bangladesh generally want to go off quick. They want to hit balls out of the ground in the first 10 overs to get off and running, but it's not always easy.
Tamim Iqbal on strike now as Bhuvneshwar Kumar is in to hits him on the thigh pad, back of the length, and Tamim is 2 off 10. Shabir Rahman 19 off 13.
I think why things have changed in the first 10 a little bit is because of the next period of play in the second power play, only having 4 out for such a long period of time. If you have wickets in hand, you can expose a bowler, because you can't shut down every sort of piece of the field with a fielder out on the boundary. So they want wickets in hand for that.
Kumar, leading edge, down towards third man, is going to run away for 4. Well, peculiar. It wasn't an orthodox edge, if there is such a thing, because I think it was more of a leading edge. He was going to play it on the onside, and it sort of came off the leading edge down to third man.
Yeah, I think modern day bats, the edges now are almost as wide as the actual main face of the bat. But again, Kumar's trying to just push it across the left-hander. He's got the wind coming from left to right as we're looking now, which is helping that little bit of shape. And all that happened really is that Iqbal's tried to hit it a little bit early and got that sort of leading edge, like you said.
The edge of the edge.
Yeah.
Pushed out on the onside, setting off for a single! Would have been very close. Virat Kohli, the fielder. No, it's Rohit Sharma. Virat Kohli was doing the backing up. And you mentioned MS Dhoni and how cool he was. I find it slightly bizarre in a way that how little he is involved. As the senior player, as the senior pro, as the former captain, he does almost nothing. It's like, okay, Virat, it's your boat, it's your tank, it's your team, it's you are in charge, you are the man. And it's almost as if he consciously makes sure that he does nothing to in any way project an image of captaincy. That's pushed away defensively on the offside.
I actually think that's a great quality, because he did it for so long and he was so successful. I think that's a really difficult thing to do, go from everything coming through you to not everything coming through you,
or nothing,
and minimal, and being happy just to say, I got your back on this, you do it your way, I'm here, whatever you need, I'm here. Which it looks to me as though that's the way he's gone with it.
Bouncer, that's a good surprise delivery, and Shabir Rahman not ruffled by it, manages to duck underneath and allow it through to MS Dhoni.
You do still see him, because the wicketkeeper generally has the best idea on angles for fields and whatever, you do see him just sometimes with his gloves really quietly just couple to your left, couple to your right, which obviously him and Virat would have had a conversation about that, and Virat would say, look, if you think an angle's just off, you sort it out for me, pal.
31 for 1 Bangladesh. Bouncer again, and swing and a miss from Sabir Rahman. It was a bit of a wild swish at that one from Sabir, and over his head it goes, down towards the keeper. 5 overs gone, 31 for 1, with Tamim Iqbal 7 off 12 balls, Sabir Rahman 19 off 16 deliveries. Well, Sir Clive Lloyd is here.
Well, it seemed like a very good start here for the Bangladeshis, although they lost early wicket. They're playing some shots. But I noticed you said early on about Dhoni not having taking a great part. But after this ball, I'll explain.
Jasprit Bumrah continues. Tamim Iqbal blocks it out into the offside.
Yes, the game the other day, he was at the Oval. He was moving, helping with the field, placing and so on. He does things quietly, I suppose, and he's one of these guys who are. He's not that he's not a flamboyant sort of person.
He used to be. Well, in his youth, didn't he?
Batting, yeah.
The long hair. And, yeah. Here is Jasprit Bumrah once again, and that one is nudged out towards square leg. Kedar Jadhav does the tidying up. 31 for 1. He rides motorbikes, and he's.
Well, he went to cut his hair when it was very long, and about 20,000 people turned up.
Really?
Yeah.
True story. Bangladesh losing the toss, put into bat here at Edgbaston. 31 for 1. Turned away by Tamim Iqbal again, straight out to square leg. Hardik Pandya does the fielding.
The other thing that you have to look at here, because of the boundaries not as long, your men, third man, and probably fine leg have got to be much finer than it should be. If you notice, a couple of them went down and they were too wide.
Bumrah in again, bow past the outside edge. Genuine play and a miss there. Very, very close to the outside edge, and Jasprit Bumrah just polite inquiry of Richard Kettleborough, just not really an appeal, just checking that there wasn't a delicate edge on that one.
Yes, well, I suppose too, because nobody really walks anymore. So
no.
I suppose it's these situations where the umpire, well, they now have the third umpire to help them out if there's any doubt.
Bumrah once again. Forward comes Tamim Iqbal, pushes that defensively. Are there any walkers? Hashim Amla, occasionally he walks.
Yes, and they said
got to be a fairly thick edge though. He doesn't. You can't rely on it. I don't think he walks for thin edges.
The wicket keeper from Australia,
Adam Gilchrist.
Yes,
he's been retired.
No, they said he was a walker.
He was a walker. Yep. Bumrah once again pushed away by Tamim.
Well, they said some of these guys only walk if they're run out of petrol.
Yeah, they only walk if they've got a dog on a lead. 6 overs gone, 31 for 1.
I'm just wondering if the weatherman is right, because there's some clouds sort of building at the back.
I'm hoping that worst of that grey cloud is gone now. Yeah. I could be wrong, but it seems to me that we've got blue sky heading our way.
Well, we have a local here. He probably might be able to tell us. Our Warwickshire man here.
Indeed. Is Ian Bell here?
Yeah.
Oh, he is.
He is.
Oh, he'll know. We'll have Ian Bell on it.
We can blame him if it goes wrong.
Now, Bhuvneshwar Kumar continues from our commentary end. Down the wicket comes Sabir Rahman, charging at this one. And it may well be that he set off momentarily too soon, and Bhuvneshwar Kumar may have seen him coming, bowled the bouncer, and he swung wildly at it and made no contact. Through it goes to MS Dhoni.
I don't know. Well, I suppose there are not too many fast bowlers you want to chip to and sort of hit overhead. These guys are taking a chance here.
Kumar once again up to the crease now. Bowls pushed away defensively by Rahane.
Middle towards left the gap.
Straight to Jadeja. There's no run. The one man out, Sumya Saka, the left-handed opener, bowled off the inside edge by Bhuvneshwar Kumar for a second ball duck. Bangladesh were 1 for 1, and well, any thoughts that they might retreat into the defensive shell were dispelled immediately by Rahane. Picked up 4 fours, charged down the wicket on a couple of occasions, hit over the top of mid-off. Slower ball from Kumar, and Rahane plays defensively out onto the offside.
And the sun's out.
The floodlights have just been turned off.
Yeah.
Very, very
It's working. It's bowling nicely. There's a lot of dot balls here for India. 13 dot balls in a row. So this is where the pressure builds, particularly when you've got a guy
all is good.
who's come out and raced away.
In place.
And then all of a sudden the runs dry up, the scoring opportunities.
Ducks underneath
Is that moment? Does he do something stupid? Does he bite off too much? All India can do here is keep building pressure, create another opportunity.
It's very short, you know. I'm surprised that wasn't called wide.
No, I was still, very surprised about that because it.
On the edge of the circle. Backward point by Kumar. Tempted through the batter there. He doesn't hold back. But he has slapped it straight to the back. Jadeja doesn't drop too many. Certainly not when they come straight out.
It's a big wicket. It's got 19. It's rolling.
Entertaining.
শুধু শরীরের নয়, চিন্তা ভাবনাতে। আর 10 মিনিট, তুমিও খেয়ে নাও মা। আমি খেয়াল রাখি যেন বেড়ে ওঠে শরীরে খুব ভালো কাজের উৎসাহ। প্রতিদিন সেমি-ফাইনাল নিশ্চিত করি প্রাকৃতিক গুণসম্পন্ন হরলিক্স। প্রতিটি রেচা শুরু হোক হরলিক্স দিয়ে। ভাইয়া, কে যেন আসছে? জিপি অনলাইন শপে অর্ডার করে স্মার্টফোন বাড়িতে এসে দিয়ে যায়। স্মার্টফোন
দেশের যে কোনো প্রান্ত থেকে জিপি অনলাইন শপ এবং দেশ জুড়ে 5000-এর বেশি জিপি এক্সপ্রেসে কিনবেন অরিজিনাল স্মার্টফোন।
সবার কাছে আমি গ্ল্যামারাস স্টার, কিন্তু দিন শেষে তো আমি আসলে একটা সিম্পল মেয়ে। এমনকি প্রথম হলিউড ছবিতে ধরে রেখেছি নিজের ঐতিহ্য। তাই আমার পছন্দ শুধু লাক্স। জেসমিনের চিরচেনা সৌরভে আধুনিকতার ছোঁয়া, জাদায় ফুলের মতো কোমল আর সুরক্ষিত ত্বক।
The next 3 batsmen are really
আধুনিকতা মানে তো নিজের শেখরকে ভুলে যাওয়া নয়। আমার সৌরভ, আমার পরিচয় লাক্স।
Mushfiqur Rahim, who's come to the crease now.
Behind the wicket, so one slip and then the second there.
And Mahmudullah and Shakib combining for that
There's a record as well.
and match-winning partnership.
Two maidens in a row, that one had a wicket in it. It's 31 for 2.
Bangladesh into the semi-final. Both scoring hundreds. But anyway, Mushfiqur's opportunity now. He's the next man at the crease. He's facing now. Here's Bhuvneshwar.
খরচপাতি যেভাবে বাড়ছে আঙ্কেল ভাড়াটা ঠিক আছে না? এই মাসের জন্য ঠিকই আছে।
By the captain Virat Kohli.
তবে সামনের মাসে কিন্তু
a record, a bumper crowd
বাসাটা রং
expected,
করায়
all people arriving at Edgbaston. There may have been followed by morning showers, but there are still people outside queuing to get into the ground. The majority will be supporting India, as always seems to be the case. 7 overs gone, Bangladesh 31 for 2, more from Sir Clive, and then you'll be with John Norman.
Pushing hard. Good seam here from Bumrah. He's not far away from grabbing an edge, particularly to the left-hander. Change in the commentary. Surab Ganguly and the ambition.
Having wickets in hand, it's quite important in his one day.
first run after 15 deliveries and
32 for 2.
It's great bowling by
that wicket for
Bhuvneshwar as well.
Kumar.
You could say it wasn't.
So Clive means that
at first with
Kumar
special
is now
delivery.
the top
just
wicket
way that
taker
he
for
changed
in the tournament
his length
with
and
6 wickets. Second in the list.
After the
Yes,
batsman had been giving them the charge.
He's bowled well this morning on a pitch that's giving a little bit of